grind, and the scent of metal turns into taste. Now the temps are left to burn, it's no longer my concern. All we do is sleep out the way. There's a hole in the ground where the people used to be, and it's slowly killing us. And the things all look the same, bringing fuel to the flame as the taste of metal turns into rust. Now that there's across the bench, and they'll always be a cinch, 'cause they locked the toilets and they stole the carts. So the food is up to mold, I'm just doing what I'm told. All we do is clear up the parts. There's a hole in the wall where the bars used to be, and she beckons you outside. If the fire turns to rain and the pleasure turns to pain, then there's nowhere left to hide. But the rest is safety through, and there's so much left to do, and we need to know the faces that we fight. All I did was what they said, so what if you are dead? I'm just the one who turns out the lights.
I used to have a good Pee-wee impersonation, but my voice has changed. Oh my god, of course the sec, I gotta fix that. That's broken, huh? Perfectly still. Give me a sec. I know how to fix it at least. It's gonna be either this, which might break in new and exciting ways, and if that doesn't work, I got the other way to do it. Alright, now we got it. Hell yeah. The PNG tuber, for those who don't know, the avatar is running through a very cheap capture card. I'm talking, I got this thing for like $6 on AliExpress a couple years ago. And sometimes you have to pull it and plug it, so to speak. I don't know why I said so to speak. That's exactly what you have to do. Double entendre unintended. Oh, fuck. Setting up streaming, like, non-standard rigs like this is so weird, the kind of workarounds you have to do. You'd think someone would have come up with an actual solution for it at some point, but nah. Like, fucking A. Alright, so we switched that, so now I gotta go over here. There we go. Hey, Beekeeper. Audio is haunted to begin with, yeah. Video is only slightly less haunted. I know there's apparently some way to make it so I don't have to replug my microphone and capture cards every time I reboot Rendragon, which is the current streaming box. That's running Linux. There's supposed to be some way to do that, but I don't fucking know how. It's just failing to, from what I understand, it's failing to install the drivers at startup. And so when you plug and replug, it runs the drivers again. And there's definitely some way to fix that, but fuck if I know. I guess there's a reason that Linux has like hour by hour, day by day backups, right? So that if you fuck something up, you can just pretend it never happened. I'm looking out at YouTube on the other stream. Sorry, I am flossing my teeth right now because my gums are feeling funky. So that's what you get here is my teeth flossing voice. I'm looking up at YouTube on the TV here, and the first fucking ad is maybe the least desirable ad I have ever seen. So that y'all know not to use this service, I guess. It's for something called, I won't even say the name. It's for a streaming service similar to Twitch, right? Or even like that TikTok, right? And it says this is the only gear you need for flex-worthy content, you know, for hello fellow kids. And then the slogan they have on the image is crank out content. Surely someone must know what crank out means in any context who had something to do with this ad, right? That's gotta be a joke. God, I hope it's not, though. In a script file that reruns the driver install on boot, see if that'll fix it without the physical replug. I will see if I can figure out how to do that. I have a printer driver installer on my Linux laptop because every CUPS update breaks the drivers and I have to reinstall them. Ah, fun. Next I'll have gooning ads. Oh, I'm sure. I haven't seen it yet. I've seen glazing. You know, I think that's even newer than gooning. I mean, when I was a kid in like the late 80s, early 90s, cranking out already had become a synonym for, you know, the thing that I shouldn't talk about here on Twitch without putting up the NC-17 warning, right? So I'm not gonna, but you know what I mean. You get it. It's fucking ludicrous to see this kind of shit. Just, you know, in general. All right, let me get my headphones on and we can actually start with the game. Keyboard goes up there, headphones go on head, controller is on. I don't know if this is asking for the right software because it does not look at this point. It does not show me what was pressed. Get to turn Nana into buying her a shirt. That's a smart kid. Jesus Christ. All right, let's go. Let's play Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I have heard cranking in the other context as well. Cranking out, rather. So, like, it's not unheard of. But the slang version that exists now has been around for quite a while. Alright. Trials and Tribulation, Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout, Part 2 Trial. Here we go. Novel I read many years ago had a guy in the linguistics department whose job it was to keep track of dirty jokes in the indigenous population so that the ambassador didn't accidentally use a punchline. Fucking hell. Let's go. October 13th, 9:36 a.m. I should put on like a shitty Law and Order voice. October 13, 9:36 a.m. I can't believe I can go that deep. 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy. Oh, so check out the Master Mask Glossy I bought. You bought this where? On the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. Oh, good. They have a swag dealer. Hey, Bad Road. Also, hey, Willow and Beekeeper. Deeper than you can go? Well, fuck. I didn't used to be able to go as deep as I have my voice right now, to be clear. Need the Dick Wolf cash register sound to... Yup. And the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things on sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Master Mask publicity photo. A shot of Master Mask striking a pose. Come on. I'm guilty. Throw the book. What was his voice? It was kind of like this, right? He put on this, oh, I'm so sad and bashful voice. Oh, come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me. Makes me wonder if he's protecting his wife, maybe? Who is screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you. Because I did it. I'm the criminal. Me. Ugh. He's at it again. So, for those who don't notice, this is the exact same way that Phoenix was in episode 1, which is why I think there's a good chance he's protecting his wife. Because remember, that's what Phoenix was doing. He was protecting his girlfriend. So I think we're gonna have to push this we're gonna have to knock this out of him and convince him that he doesn't want to do this. He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor, I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. He's got such pretty eyes, though. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Oh, yeah. Oh. Petticoat Junction is what I'm trying to reference there. Pulls at his collar. Hey, yeah, Uncle Joe, you know? I don't think Jess went out to get my medicine today. That's okay. We'll get it another day. Currently looking for a different medicine, which must be in the other box. God, I have too many pills in too many places. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Doesn't mean she did it, but he thinks she did, yeah. Both very true. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Was she supposed to have a French accent? That didn't come across. Oh, Desi, honey, bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I will protect you. What if they both think each other did it? Well, you see, actually, the thief is me. I tell you something, Nicky boy. I can guarantee that my Ronnie's innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it?
Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck.
To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask to mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. Whoops. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. Well, what did you say? I don't think I should keep his voice that low. That's going to kill my throat. Fine, let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Maybe I should give him a John Wayne voice, Pilgrim. No, that'd get annoying. Let me ask you then, Honor. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. You ready? Maybe a bit more Clint Eastwood. Are you ready to pass judgment? What? No, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, then you shouldn't expect others to be. What is wrong with this man? That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot. Legendary prosecutor. Oh, I was so right on the Western twang, huh? I've never lost a case.
Oh, he's the one that Detective Atme was talking about.
This is who we've been waiting for? Hey! Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha, none. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. What the fuck is wrong with this man? Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. People like this guy? This guy is the real deal, alright, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite.
Nick, is he a friend of yours?
No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man anyway? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gabot. It's not Gabot, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, did he just snipe at Godot on Phoenix's behalf? That's wild. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start to you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as the weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. No opening statements. We'll just skip that. Hey, my name's, No one's asked for your name, witness. Oh! The important thing is what you know. That's all. They're always so mean to Gumshoe. Stop talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask's crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. I'm doing this voice bad. Let me get back into this. Here we go. I think I got it now. His pattern is to always go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Motto? So then the identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, what are you? Who threw that coffee? We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. Okay, now I like him. Speaking of which, one sec, I'm gonna brew myself some coffee because I suddenly have a goddamn craving. You're gonna hear the grinder running for a sec. It's all, you got it. Full enough? Oh yeah, we got this. Let's go. Grinder. Water. Grab a filter. Go. Knock that filter down. And coffees are brewing. That means it's a bear, you know. When you say it's a brewing, that's a bear. You know, like the Boston hockey team. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please proceed. Exactly, like Julie Bruin from Tiny Toons. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial? Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? Well, as long as they haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Mask's crimes. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. Presses L. Okay, I remember now. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. What if it's Butts? Oh, also, that brings up another thing. You remember? Phoenix was wearing a mask in the first trial to keep everyone from getting sick from his sneezing. It's all connected. It's true, I'm a Zvari. Author on thieves.
An author? He's written books about thieves?
I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zvari, do ya? Who is this person, Zvari? He sounds German. His name is Luke Atme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? Huh, I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. Oh, it looks like the thief is toying with me even now. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. Have you seen all these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. Oh, that's interesting. What if Phoenix's ex is Master Mask? That would be such a weird turn.
That's because Detective Atme stopped Ms. Andrews from taking it to the police.
Was the calling card the Lordly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card was real. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. Phoenix's mask is ex-dad's. Alright. Let me get my coffee. It's done brewing now. Brewing by the cup is awful convenient. Been healing a bit this past while. I've heard that long COVID sometimes lets up a bit, so as long as I don't catch it again, maybe we'll get a bit better. Wouldn't that be amazing? There was a time, call it a month or so ago, I wouldn't have been able to get up to make this coffee and keep streaming. It's a real problem. Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on the Lordly Taylor. His fifth heist, and your fifth screw-up, huh? Objection, pal. That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times. But this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You of all people shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? That is bad advice.
Wow, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme.
See, I don't think that it's going to be Atme who is guilty here, because their name is literally, their name is about the same as Red Herring from Scooby-Doo, a pup named Scooby-Doo. You remember Red Herring from a pup named Scooby-Doo? Here we got Look At Me. I think we're gonna act like it was him for a while, but it's gonna turn out it was someone else. That's my guess right now. His pattern's always to go after only the most precious of art pieces. This isn't an art piece, though. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Oh, well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon. That's no name backwards. I don't think my local police are less likely to catch Master Mask than Luke Atme is. They're more likely to turn violent, though. What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop? No, sir. It's a blue diamond. A single rare diamond. That's not an art piece. Next was the Crown of Bangora. You know. The thing you put on your head. After that was the Left Hand of Hades, and then Portrait of Magina, sir. Detective Atme retrieved the Portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was Sacred Urn, right? But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces? Well, we assume you must have some underworld connections.
Somehow, Mr. Delight doesn't look the type.
Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Mo to what? What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T? I was thinking of asking the same thing myself. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Ugh, I wish you would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% sure it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi. Only like one of these things is an art piece. Of all the 5 things he stole, literally only the portrait would be considered an art piece. And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions, I'm guessing that it's a flub in the localization, and they meant to say historical artifact or something, and there was a language difference. That's right, it means that Master Mask is behind it.
Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn.
But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask.
But
Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself.
So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it,
maybe for the time being I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. Alright. So we're gonna hit save there, and we're gonna see what we can come up with. Didn't add anything new. Master Thief, let's see what's in the, let's see what's in here first. We've got the Attorney's Badge. Magatama, those are not going to be the evidence. A poster from the Treasures of Kurain. Lordly Tailor, Sacred Urn. There's a picture of Maya in the corner. got the statue moved the night of the crime. We've got the sacred urn. No monetary value. Supposedly priceless, but has no monetary value. That could be something. Emblem is top secret. I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your Treasures of Korean exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Yours truly, Master Mask. Alright, there we go. Now we got a lead to go on. Camera data. Camera went off one time. I like that you can clearly see it's written in Japanese. We've got the sheet. We've got the thing that's mean. Yeah, speckled urn. It's not very speckled, is it? Got the camera photo, which shows Master Mask wearing a mask. Now I gotta try and say it every time. And say it's a good bit. The shishito. The shishito. Photo of the storeroom entrance. Okay, we've got the blackmail letter found in Ron's room. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. I'm gonna say right now, I barely remember the end of the previous chapter. Not sure why. I must have been real tired. I remember running into butts. I remember that we went to KB Security. Or maybe we didn't go to KB Security? No, we picked this stuff up. We picked this stuff up from the apartment, right? So we never actually got to KB Security yet. In which case, I do remember everything. Alright, so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This is his fifth heist. His pattern's always to go after the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask. So let's try presenting the non... It says it's supposedly priceless though. It's the judicial system. I'm the government. I'm the government. I'm the reason nothing worse. Now, see, that's a mic. This specifically says it's priceless, though. I can try presenting it, but I don't think that's gonna do it. Huh. We got Larry Butts. Butts could be Master Mask. Hell, Godot could be Master Mask, right? Fucking hell. Y'all have any ideas? I'm not spotting a lot. Dana Carvey had a bit about someone hypothetically getting arrested for public drunkenness because he couldn't say judicial system without slurring it. Oh no. Oh no, that's me. Fuck. I don't fucking know. Try the urn? Alright. We're gonna try the urn. Can I ask you? Oh, yeah, it worked. Okay, good. Good. That was my hunch. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous, pal. You said he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Hey, that's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. Well, what do you mean?
Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing?
No, I meant it from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what's the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. Fuck yeah. Ugh! Fuck yeah, we did it, y'all. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. What is this? Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot 107. So can I call this blend? I'm not taking a blend. I don't have a, this is Rutamaya Dark Roast Whole Bean. I don't know much about the company. They're supposedly pretty good and don't employ slave labor. So that's a plus. But I can put down $50 on a bag of coffee that lasts me more than a year. And it's so good. It's so good, y'all. They got different roasts too if you don't like the dark roasts. Not quite the ultimate Buddhist blend. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. Cut down on the acidity. The bitterness is much of my love for coffee. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. This is literally the detective from Twin Peaks we're arguing with. Just a cross between the detective from Twin Peaks and a Clint Eastwood character. Like, holy shit. I almost feel like I should instead play him like he is the detective whose name I can... Agent something. I can't remember his name. Objection, relevance. Okay, so he had a little bit of a bad introduction there, but I can definitely see why people like him now. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying this wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake Master Mask? A fake Damask?
Fake Damask? That sounds so ridiculous. But I like it.
Oh my god. I need a system that will slide me over a coffee every time I finish mine. Whatever this man has set up, I need it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. See if I can contact Doc Brown and Rube Goldberg to work on something. Mr. Wright? I appreciate that. We're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. Alright, so we're gonna have to show something to prove that this was not, in fact, Mask to Mask. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was, in fact, fake to Mask. What do we got? 1 a.m. All right. Shishito. Security camera photo. Looks pretty Mask to Mask-ish. I'm looking at the emblem on his head. Is that correct? Is the emblem right? It doesn't. It looks right. It's the mask from Mario 2, right? Yeah, that one has dots down it. That's interesting. I know that that's based on something, that mask, but that's what I always think of. Phanto, yes. Wait, autoplay? Oh, that's for dialogue. Blackmail letter. 1 a.m. on October 12th. Bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, he does have the bolts down the side of his mask. That's what I was trying to look at there. Gotta be something to this. With a fountain pen found in Ron's room. AB security at 1 a.m. on a that only proves that would prove that Ron was wouldn't even prove it. Crispy, what's the matter? There's no one out there, baby. I'm looking. There's no one out there. Crispy, hey. Okay, Crispy wants me to look outside. Sorry. Want me to look outside? You being cautious? No one there. There. Nothing to worry about. Right? Nothing to worry about. Right. Back up. I can close the door. You're a jerk. Thank you. Oh. There's some cats fighting in the driveway. Not much I can do about that. Fuck. All right. We're back now. We're on. All right. So we got to find a difference between these two pictures, I bet. Real good for aphantasia. I don't see anything immediately different. I guess we're just gonna have to throw shit at a wall, huh? I'm confused. What is this evidence supposed to prove? Ah, well, it proves someone here is a fake, all right. It proves that this lawyer is a fake. All right. So I knew it wasn't going to be that. I guess the blackmail letter? Kinda makes sense. No. I don't know what it wants here. What proves that it wasn't mask to mask? Fuck. Why is this stumping me so bad? Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Yep, I see it. I found it. The proof is right here. Wow, that took me a while to get to, but I got it now. This looks like a photo taken by the security camera. But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha. Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use the pointer and show us just about this picture. Okay, whatever. It's right here, of course. You mean mask to mask? I have here a piece of reference I'd like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. The fact that I couldn't look at the photos side by side really hurt me because of my ADHD. Or not ADHD, what the fuck? My ADHD did make me say ADHD there, though. Because of my aphantasia, I could not tell, and I had to focus on very specific areas. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest. A brooch? A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed! We must retreat at once! ADHD probably didn't help. Very true. Hit, there we go. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now. But the mask in the security photo. Oh, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as a symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this masked Damask is a fake. I've been fooled again. Order, it's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how
And this is one damn fine cup of coffee. Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? The brooch you're talking about. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch. Where did you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. We're about to hold this man in contempt of court. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue. Well, why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I've always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. Ugh, this guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? Female Buddha, yep. That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order! Order in the court! Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. I mean, it appears to have been torn off of something. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. The masked brooch, found in the shadow of Amy Faye's statue. Looks like it was torn off some clothing. Huh. You mess with Godot, and you get burned. Ugh, he's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Ah, you done with me? I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. This was literally on you, Godot. That doesn't sound good at all. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom, which will happen right after this word from our sponsors. Not actually our sponsors, but you know, general sponsors who pay for ads on Twitch. I want to remind you, first of all, that there is still a civil rights movement ongoing around the country and the wider world. Black Americans, people of color, are fighting for things that should never have to be fought for, like equal rights, equal treatment under the law, and not be attacked, terrorized, and even murdered by the police. We have listed here some ways that you can help, including the Bail Fund Network to help keep protesters out of jail, the Okra Project and the Black Trans Travel Fund to help black, trans, and non-binary people with food supplies and travel out of dangerous situations, and the Black Hills Legal Fund, the Lakota People's Fund to take back their land to 6 grandfathers, which was stolen by white people, arbitrarily renamed to Mount Rushmore, and then had some white slave owners' faces carved into the side of it. Black lives matter. Lives of people of color matter. Indigenous lives and lands matter. Asian and Pacific Islander lives matter. And these are things we've got to keep saying and pushing and fighting for until the people all the way to the top not only understand and acknowledge them, but work to make them real protected truths. All right, we're going to go to the break. I'm going to be gone about 3 minutes. I'm going to quickly fix the fact that my mouse pointer is on my titty, and I'll see you shortly. Hey, wouldn't you know it, we're back. Hi. Let's keep going, huh? You know, it was a total coincidence that I'm in exactly the place on the screen where the dialogue doesn't really get covered up, but I like it. Bad Road's also back. Fuck yeah. Let's go. I should eat something. I'm gonna have like a whole meal after the stream, but I need a snack. Here's some... We got those cheese and peanut butter crackers. Peanut butter cheese crackers. There we go. They're like $6 for 20 on Amazon. So they've been filling a good role as snacks go. They're a bit better for you than like chips. Got some protein in there, you know, the works. Where you're back from, a snack. Hell yeah, well now I'm back to a snack. Alright. Last time on Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. Bailiff, bring the next witness to the courtroom. And now the conclusion. Finally time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. That is a very slow coffee pot. Just silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. I don't remember his voice either. Fucking hell. What's clear? Svari. The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor. A copy maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, we've at least confirmed that Atme and Godot aren't the same person. We've seen them in the same room together now. Well, yes, that's right. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Oh my god. Don't encourage him. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Luke Atme, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime, you were all alone on security detail. You've heard correctly. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Oh man, that's rough. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason, I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. Let's break this man. What I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's like an hour after the date changes. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Masked Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. Does it record? However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance this evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We're not speaking of any ordinary thief. but the king of thieves, the great Mask Damask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
I think my favorite moment in the series so far was in Case 5 of the first game. I think it was Case 5. It may have been Case 4. But when Phoenix and Edgeworth became friends, and they worked through a case to prove the actual guilty party guilty, rather than just trying to prove whoever was arrested guilty. I loved that case. I hope to see more shit like that in the future.
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. Theoretically, that's what prosecutors are supposed to do. The one with the assassin, yes. It was so good. So that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct? That's an impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at that time? A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it. Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. You said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said they've never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case... That's when my nemesis, the infamous Mask Damask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where, exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So... how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow, whilst my ears listened for footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you a stunts. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's difficult. That's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. Wait, what's your second monocle? Are you saying that one of your eyes is a monocle? And the other isn't? I'm confused. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Yes, a polycule. Gotcha. Sometimes a family can be a man and 3 monocles, and that's beautiful. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good, then let's continue with the testimony. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. Attacked and knocked unconscious. and you weren't able to do a thing. That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, Soléil, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Yes, actually, multiple times. Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? You know what? He's right this time. The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with. He may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless. And then 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. About 30 minutes. I've already seen the contradiction here. He said he couldn't do anything, but the brooch was somehow ripped off of Damask's blouse. About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened, and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Easy.
Objection!
Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Mask Damask. It is, in point of fact, Mask Damask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. Wonder how that happened. Huh, elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off of a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Recoils like he was struck. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, sir, old-timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. Wow, he usually saves that tone for Phoenix and Phoenix alone. You can't have my crackers, baby. They got that peanut butter that's really bad for dogs in them. Which I hate that that's a thing, because dogs will love peanut butter. Almost universally. Hey, Risby. Can you let Gaston by? You're good, Gaston. Go. Thank you, Risby. He didn't get out of the way. Gaston just had to hop over him. It's okay, baby. It's okay, I get it. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I don't remember, it's a specific ingredient that they put in some kinds of peanut butter that makes it, like, actually deadly for dogs. And I've never seen it in, like, jarred peanut butter. But the ingredients in these is too small for me to read anymore. So, maybe. I'm trying to read them now. No, actually, this might be safe. Have to double check before I'd risk it, though. I've just remembered, Your Honor. Atmy's tone changed quick, too. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. What is wrong with you? Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. You talk too much. You'll never shut up. Witness, you are now saying that you and the thief fought. Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Okay, that's 3 cups of coffee now. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, look at me, agree completely. The fight with the thief. Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam, and that's all she wrote. So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mess. I have a feeling I know how this is going to go. Correct. It was during his 3rd crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case. Yes, you shouldn't admit that, though. That can't be good. Ooh. Key change. So why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I had prepared a variety of other sensors as well. The alarm on one of those had gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer. What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat detecting, infrared, and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That is a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor Department Store was kind enough to provide the monitoring software, hardware. Naturally, the security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, he couldn't have rigged the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you had about me, Sir Lawyer? He's definitely Master Mask, huh? However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. What does that mean? Discombobulated? Young people these days, they really irritate me. They allow perfectly good old words to die until everyone forgets what they mean. Sorry, but what exactly does it mean, anyway? Oh, now I've forgotten. What was I saying? Oh. It's better than old people who forgot what they were saying 5 seconds ago. The judge becomes easily discombobulated. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. What do you mean, a weapon from the side? So, like, if he was up against the wall, he couldn't have... Naturally, that thief had no idea that I, Luke Atme, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse. Sword? You mean the sword that was twisted like a tree branch? Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp. Okay, so he is talking about the Shichishito. Hey, I kinda said it there. Shichishito. I'm getting better at it. So the thief armed himself with a sword. What about yourself, witness? A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. You had that much faith in your own fighting abilities? But of course, in college I was second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I fail to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Mask Damask. This guy is a real piece of work. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. Like, can you tell us a little more about what happened? My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious. Powericious? I assumed the Atme fighting stance, but a sudden flash of light blinded me. Alright, so now he wasn't hit from behind? His testimony has intentionally changed now, so I'm having a hard time keeping track. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent had bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? Yeah, what the fuck is the Atme fighting style? What is this Atme fighting style? I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say any more. But, I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back... Okay. He's specifically mentioning back to the wall. And he was hit in the back of the head. This does not fit. That way, no one can get behind you. Okay, so he's saying... That's it? That's the Atme fighting style? Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony? It was very important. Of course it's important. You've learned a detective's secret technique, after all. Oh, yes, indeed. I'll remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone late at night. Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out. Now then, witness, we'll go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony. I put my back to the wall to fight, but the thief's blow landed upon my third eye. I thought his third eye was the camera. No, wait, that's his third monocle. Where is this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead, if you'd like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? Soléil, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Atme got hit on the forehead, then? That's what he says. Okay, good. They're as confused as I am. I've got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing that I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This Luke Atme guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this so-called detective. Yeah, this still says back of the head. Interesting, right? Detective Atme, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. Or a house of gingerbread, maybe. What fun this is, Sir Lawyer. It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way in through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here. From behind, huh? But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you could forget where you were hit on the head. It seems I've made another mistake. Detective Atme, that's not the only strange part of your testimony. What do you mean by that? For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security. Ah. Geniuses such as myself have always been misunderstood. How sad. That's wrong. Oh good, they picked the same voice I did. I called it somehow. To err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines, they have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate, and yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on! It's not as pretty as that! Really? What is it like then? Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. He has a lot of rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around. So early, too. Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting? Oh, we know. Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that... Mr. Atme is no ace detective. This Mr. Atme is a fake, or the obvious. Mr. Atme is mask to mask. I kind of want to see what happens if I say this Mr. Atme is a fake. I just gotta try it. This witness isn't Luke Atme. He's a fake. So now it's not just mask to mask. You're saying I'm a fake too. An ace detective could never be as forgetful as this guy. Imposters like you are often suspicious of others as well. Really, this is too much. Next you'll be calling me a fake too. Alright. That was pretty good. The answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Atme's true identity is actually Mask to Mask. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? There's too many unnatural parts to Mr. Atme's story. He says he was hiding at the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he manages to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure. That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a... No, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective Atme. The truth is that you are, in fact, Mask to Mask. But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Mask to Mask, wearing a mask. The security camera belongs to Lordly Taylor Department Store. He shouldn't have been able to manipulate it. He didn't. He wore a mask. He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. Then he simply dressed up as the thief and stole the urn. So the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true, witness? Aha! DeMassimo is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, sir lawyer. What? Witness, you're admitting it? Nick, now's your chance. Yeah, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective Atme, when you assumed the thief's site... That's hot coffee. Got some big Kirby in the Forgotten Land energy there. Godot Blend 102, my personal favorite. Didn't he say the other one was his personal favorite? Mr. Godot, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem, it simply isn't true. But Mr. Godot, Mr. Wright has made some very strong points, and I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Trite, if this detective really is the thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot and as perfect as the coffee now dripping down your face. Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have. Quickly! Huh? Oh, yes, what's the big rush? Are you alright, Nick? I just had scalding hot coffee thrown in my face, so no, I may need to go to the hospital. Atme looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can. Can I really do it? The decisive evidence that proves Mr. Luke Atme is in fact masked to mask has yet to be found. Proof. Of course, I got nothing. Ah, just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all. Ugh, I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion. This is no good. I've got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is the thief. Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again. It's no good. I'm just not ready yet. But are you gonna just give up and let us lose this? So, you've come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? Is this gonna game over me? But we don't have the actual evidence. I can't think of a counterattack at all. It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness is lifted. Mr. Godot, if you have anything further to... Hold it! Who? Okay, good. Who are you? Well, that doesn't really matter right now, does it? Ms. Delight, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for? I think I found it. You mean that bag? No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well, oh my god, it's been glued back together with what we thought was pink plates. That's what they meant by speckled, too. And it wasn't speckled originally. Oh, that's perfect. That's the sacred urn. Nick, it's the urn. Order, 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 you, madame! That urn, where did you find it? You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective, Luke Atme. Oh, Desiree, you're the best! Found in the office of Luke Atney, has pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. Atney? Even you're gonna have a hard time weaseling out of this. Ah, pathetic. Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say? Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times change. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad. You're still denying that Mr. Atney was involved? Before casting aspersions at Detective Atney, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree. Desiree Delight, is that correct? Yes, what about it? Hey, that's 4 cups of coffee. Ah, how charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere. Including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. I did not expect her to get rattled, honestly. Please, madame, this town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually in the Atney Detective Agency. There was a mention of fingerprints on the urn. Right? I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh? Oh, come on now! Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything. What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway. Nick, what are you gonna do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Atney must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on this urn. Oh my god. Oh my god, we get to present my own profile. Yes! Oh, that's good. Me, what more can I say? This is my 3rd year as a young but skilled lawyer. So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atney, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey Nick, come on, open it up. Hey, wait a minute, we can't just open his private property. Don't be such a fuddy-duddy, this is an important investigation. Well, what's in there? Hang on a sec, I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kinda hard and smooth. Well, hello there! It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time, but I did touch what was inside. What? You touched it? And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard. Well, that was just... Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atney's office. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does! What did you say? It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday, at the APME Detective Agency. Ah, this blend. Godot Blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all. Order! Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait! Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that. No need, you say? Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn. What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Masque de Masque. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance. Like he's a cartoon character or something. Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atme's condition? He's still in the lobby and laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter's been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. But not thief in all caps, permanently changing how people address you because you stole a shovel and then went back into the shop. Link's Awakening has gotten a lot more popular over the past few years. People get that reference. Nick, you were right after all. Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight. You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean... Not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, this can't be happening! Really? I could have swore that his name the name change only happened when you went back in. There's every chance I'm remembering wrong. The thief, the sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures. It's me. I'm him. I'm the one you want. I'm the thief, I tell you. So do it. Pronounce me guilty, please. I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please, hurry and pass. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm the thief, I tell you. There's 5 cups. Guy drinks almost as much coffee as I do. Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Haha. Hey there, Mr. Thief. Yes, sir. If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick. It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy, just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay then, talk. We're all listening. Oh well, let's have a listen to this confession. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo, that's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and it got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken. But this is how every trial goes, at least with me anyway. Ha! You're doing great. Ah, wait, I just remembered what fucked me up on that. You are right, Bad Road. The thing that bothered me was Link's Awakening DX. You could never get 100% without stealing something and getting your name changed to Thief, because the photo also snaps when you steal it. That's what was fucking with my brain. That's why I like the original version better. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only gonna get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise. Oh, he was the one blackmailing him. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Mask to Mask. Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Or reverse blackmail? I mean, let's take a look at that blackmail letter again. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to KB Security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. So it is his wife. Also red diamond rather than blue diamond. You know, the main thing slowing down the Deathless speedrun is raising 200 rupees to buy the shovel so you don't die when you go to steal the bow. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I used to use the trendy game. It was a bit quicker than tearing up the field. Less random, too. So Godot is blackmailing them both? Interesting. All right, Mr. Wright, I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Ugh. Okay, let's see how this goes. The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. You may think you're the real Mask to Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean... Believe me, I've got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Phone died right as Ron tried to say he was guilty. Okay, well he basically said he was guilty, and Godot said that he was going to promise that if Ron got himself convicted, he'd make sure that he would be the one locked up as the one and only Mask to Mask. Which means that Mask to Mask is definitely his wife, whose name I keep forgetting. Even, I can just check, huh? Desiree. Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife? Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals. If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with? Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic, which is funny because it's fiction. It's funny because it's something that tends to beset women. It's funny because capitalism slowly kills us all. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-aholic. So you do have a complicated family situation after all. Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony. I beg of you. Ron can't be telling the truth about being masked if Desiree is also telling the truth about finding the urn at Luke's office. Yep. I mean, you can't prove I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I thought you were gonna be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real mask to mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway? Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim for a change. Come on, Nick. You know Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already. I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be mask to mask. Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we? Maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn. Anyway, I don't have an alibi. Oh, we can disprove that.
Objection!
Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct? Ah, yes, it does. I'd lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice you'd lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. What? Surely you're not serious. Yes, I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night. No! So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi. No! Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will. He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school. Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I have dropped my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there and not at the heist. Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security's CEO's office. No. Ha. That was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, You've overlooked one small thing. What? Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB security in the middle of the night anyway? Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need more evidence after all. Oh, this stupid kid. Now then, let's see your evidence. Well, that seems like a good place to go to the break. So for our second break, if you want to support us, you can subscribe here. You get access to all of our super cool emotes, more coming at some point. Or you can head on over to patreon.com/ifwhen and get access to art and music and updates on projects and shoutouts at the end of the streams. Pretty sweet deal on both fronts. I highly recommend doing one, the other, or even both. Sorry, my browser window's in the wrong place. I got confused. All right, so we're going to go to the break. I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads. That'll knock out the pre-roll, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. And we're back. Let's just get right into it. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB security at 1 a.m. that night. That's the blackmail letter. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
That's...
What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents, anyway. Blackmail? Yep, basically it says bring $50,000. That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right. At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself in KB Security's CEO's office, a full half an hour away from the scene of the crime. That's what, 5, 6, 7 cups? No, 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 no! I too scream while swallowing hot coffee. Order! 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 So in the theft of the earner card, the defendant was at KB Security. That looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate this CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what to think of that. Not sure what I think of that. At least I know what to think of you. Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you'll need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright. It's Larry, right? I think we're gonna have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down a CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the key... Oh, sorry, it's still Phoenix. This is the person who can testify that the key card was used at 1 a.m. last night. Larry Butts. Whoa, who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat. Looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card. Yep, that's the key card they use in the building where I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. It's going to turn out that he actually is the CEO of the company and someone else was blackmailing him, right? Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Ugh. Well, Mr. Godot, the name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, the card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Used on October 12th, the night of the crime, at 1 a.m. But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Mask in this photo. Haha, looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be masked to mask. Good job, you did it, Nick. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief. In all caps, after he stole a shovel. What's wrong, Your Honor? I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections? No, Your Honor. Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, objection, not guilty. Oh, no. We actually have a verdict before the end, because this isn't the whole thing. There's too much left unsaid. Court is now adjourned. We're going to have to find a new suspect. October 13, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 4. Nick, you did it. You were right after all. Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself. Nicky boy. Oh, Ms. Delight. I knew you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. You don't know how I can ever repay you. Oh, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Congratulations, Mr. Nick. Oh, pearls. Got a bad feeling about this. Who is this woman? Oh, she's nobody. She's just, You're blushing. How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself. Ouch, she slapped me. Pearly. This woman is Ms. Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick. Yes? You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client. No, you've got it all wrong. I'll never forgive you. I think Pearl, might have, some trauma surrounding, romance and marriage. Ow! A double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? Finding new suspect sounds like Gumshoe's job, yeah. And he'll likely succeed. We got the sacred urn back and the thief's been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually, it was you, Ms. Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. No one's mentioned that the urn's been glued back together correctly. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. We won the case. And why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is... Come on. Come on, give the kid some time. He just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Cain Boulard was discovered. Cain Boulard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You don't mean... That's why he wanted to be locked up as the thief. He was trying to get away from a murder charge. That's... Wow, did not see that coming. That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped out with today? Help me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Wait, well, we already knew that, Phoenix. Celine told us that, like, yesterday. It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. An antalibi, if you will. No way. He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I am the thief, I tell you. Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible! I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward. Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two? I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight. He's Phoenix Wright from the future. Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Oh wait, that was still Phoenix. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck is gonna happen next? To be continued. Kind of funny how it says to be continued behind me. And there we go. That's it for tonight. I know I'm a bit early, but you know, I don't have an end cap game like I did last game where I played Donkey Kong. Technically, it was acquitted of burglary. Okay, true, true. So that's the end of that chapter. We're up to part 3 of episode 2 next week. Good shit. If you want to support us, like I said before, you can subscribe here, which is always wonderful and appreciated. You get access to all our emotes. You can also head on over to patreon.com/ifwhen. Subscribe there and you get access to art, music, project updates, the works. And you get a shout out at the end of the stream. So thank you so much to our patrons, Kai, Nahum Wingrove, Angelic, Sky, Green, Andymonium, and Melly Basket. There's the link for that. We've also got our schedule up, of course, over at truckcommunity.neocities.org. The next scheduled stream is going to be tomorrow evening. Bad Road is going to be playing more Blood Rain on his channel, Bad Road. And then we'll be back to here for 2 with Monster Hunter. There may also be an afternoon stream, just depending on how we're feeling. Here's our YouTube channel. It's over at youtube.com/atifwhenvod. Check that shit out. That's where the videos of our streams go up after the streams happen. Not before, because that would involve time travel. And I think that's it for tonight. So thanks once again, everyone, for coming, and we'll see you next time.